cleaning liaison.
Anyway, welcome back, HAF Hour. Mitch Cooke, big guest today. We got
Big Dave,
podcast mogul here.
Yeah,
Big Dave sitting along with us.
He's the co-host.
Oh yeah, always.
for sure.
He's always kicking around. He's been telling women he's producer of a podcast. But anyway,
single.
Have you really?
No,
Just like you can't fight outside the dojo?
yeah,
Because you're highly trained?
yeah. He used to tell girls
true.
that.
Yeah.
He used to tell girls
that's
that.
right.
But yeah, let's hop into it there, Mitchell. Let's go. What I want to go. Let's start with some Pleasant Valley early days. Like I want the track. Like when your dad's always had the track since you've been born, right? So you've been born in that family.
Am I born? No.
No. Oh, I thought he did own it when you were. Okay, never mind.
So I started riding when I was 8. He had the land for, I think, had the land stuff.
Okay, yeah.
But then he built the track when I was 10 years old.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So, knowing you forever. For some reason, I thought it was always kind of there. Okay, never mind.
He built the track when I was 10.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, cleared the land, did all that stuff.
Yeah. Was his camp and stuff on the land or anything?
He would do wood and stuff back. I don't know what. I'm trying to think about that, actually. I don't know. No camp back
Okay.
there.
Well, that's
No.
start throwing me right off. So where would he have raced and stuff like that when he was?
He just raced locally.
Oh, okay.
He was just a local pro. I don't know. He was top 5, top 3 at something.
Oh,
like that.
okay,
But
yeah,
he
yeah.
It was just a local pro.
Oh, cool. Yeah. There we go. But yeah, or I guess the Pleasant Valley. Might as well start Brookfield Bakery too. Family owns Brookfield Bakery out there. That's been around forever since you've been born.
1953.
Long
Yeah,
last.
so this is on 3rd generation now. I think my grandfather, then my father, and then gonna be Heidi next. I would say.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So big time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. For some reason, I thought you guys always had the track.
Nope.
Never mind.
So that would be 20. We're on 26 or 27 years having the track though.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what? All right.
Oh, he's folding, folks.
Well, no,
Already.
just
Come on,
saying,
let's
you're
go.
gonna,
Mitch
this is
is
your
a
fucking
legend.
interviewing style here.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to let's just talk like growing up in Brookfield and stuff like
Oh,
that.
I
like,
gotta get it going here.
yeah,
Okay.
that's I'm just trying to get you to. If you're gonna bring up the thing, just go on it with it. Yeah. Kinda throwing me
so
off a
growing
little
up
bit
in
here.
Brookfield
Yeah.
was all the same as you.
Yeah.
Baseball, hockey, stick and ball sports. For some reason, because my dad raced dirt bikes.
Yeah.
Actually, funny story of how I got my first bike.
Yeah.
Was we were going to a camp that he has in Sherbrooke, and he said, "Are you laughing at me?" Oh, never mind. Okay, he said, I'm gonna let you drive the tractor and mow the fields out in front of the camp. So you're gonna probably need a helmet. He said, like, gonna spit rocks up. You're gonna maybe need some boots because you're on the tractor and doing your thing. And then so we're like, okay, so we're on the way to the camp. We're in an old Brookfield Bakery van, like, I don't know. I had a picture of it on my Instagram. Actually, pretty funny. He said, look at that dirt bike. He goes, let's steal it. I'm like, what? I was 8.
Yeah.
And I said, what? And he kind of pulled in. He slid the side of the van door open, grabbed the bike. It was a KDX 80. Threw it in the van. Said, we're stealing this bike. I was like, oh, I mean, I didn't know any better. And then anyway, so we're about halfway to the camp. He goes, oh, I'm just joking. That's your bike now. I just bought that for you or whatever.
Oh, I see. Played it into it.
Yeah, he played it in. So
That's funny.
we went to the
That's
camp.
fucking legendary.
We went to the camp, and he actually had a track already built there.
Oh, okay.
Now, I
Yeah.
never rode a bike, so I didn't know how to ride the track. But he had the track
It was
built.
like jumps and stuff.
Yeah, like just rollers and stuff like that. He had the track built and ready, and I don't think I rode it the first time that I went there.
Yeah.
But I fucking whiskey throttle into a wood pile when I was there.
Yeah.
My first time riding a bike. So the track was like a couple weeks down the road. I got to ride it.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
where that started. Yeah.
Wow.
Did you turn pro when you were 8, or you start riding when you were 8?
I turned pro when I was 14.
14. You started riding when you were 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Started
exactly.
racing when I was 10.
Okay, and that was just local around here and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Was the scene very big back then or no?
No, it was pretty small actually. Like
Yeah.
you're looking at 120 entries, where now you're into the 260s to 300.
Yeah, I was gonna say 'cause now the scene's
it's
unreal,
big.
but yeah.
No, it was smaller.
Cool. So
Yeah.
who was some names? Is anybody still racing that you raced against back then? Like when you were that young or anything? Or
Yes and no. Like it's that full circle thing where guys are coming back around, right? Like you have your Scott Lockharts and your Kirk Long, who we deal with, who Callus is back racing. There's a bunch of guys that leave and come back and all that stuff. But as far as the main people, not too many. They come and go, right? So a lot of guys, a lot of kids race. Parents are paying for it.
Yeah.
They get to 18, parents are like, I'm not paying for that no more. Most of those people, and you see it, a lot of people like this too, are done until now they have a job and they have their own money. Like, you know what, I'm going to get the fucking bike again.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
They're right back into it when they're 26 or 27.
Yeah. And then 18 when you first partying and women and everything else.
Cars
Hard
and
to
girls.
stay. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hard to stay focused.
Yeah.
when you turned pro at 14, like how did that come about? How did that happen? You have to win races. Like what?
Yeah, it's a weird grading process here. So basically what happened in the Atlantic region was me and Ryan Lockhart were kind of the two young kids on the come up.
Yeah.
And he had like Johnny Montez and Brian Dorian and these guys that were pro. But me and Ryan, he was always a lot faster than me. He was like the hot dog when I first came into racing. I looked up to him. And then ended up being the same speed when we were young. But went through, like we got to intermediate. And then as intermediates, me and Ryan started winning the pro class.
Okay, yeah.
We started beating everybody. And then then I turned pro when I was 14 locally.
Yeah.
But like Ontario and Quebec recognized that the Atlantic region skill level is a bit lower.
Oh, okay,
so I was allowed to race intermediate when I left the Atlantic region.
Oh, cool.
So pro in Atlantic region, but intermediate anywhere else.
Yeah.
And then when I was 15, I turned pro everywhere. I think like nationally in Canada.
Okay, yeah. Is there any like crazy races you remember like back in those days that like just stick in your head or anything? Or
there's too many concussions, Luke.
Or yeah.
No, I'm not even using that as an excuse. I don't remember. There's
we all know that. Yeah.
There's a lot of shit that happened back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know. Every race has any time you're traveling with Boo Green.
Yeah.
Adam Turner.
Yeah.
Lockhart.
Yeah.
And Paul Smith. Rest in peace, Paul.
Yeah.
There are some crazy fucking stories, man. Like I probably can't say any of them on here. We would have been in jail back then, 100%. Everybody says that, but you would have been. It was crazy.
Oh yeah. Different friggin' times.
It was a different time. Yeah. Different time.
So you turned pro at 14. That kind of kicked everything off. Like where was your first trip? Like you were like, holy fuck, I'm going here to fucking race. This is insane.
I think like right off the bat there, we would go down. Like my father would take us to the States. So I didn't really race in the Atlantic region very much. Because when you kind of realized quickly that if you wanted to get better, you had to get out of here, right?
Yeah,
so you had to basically go down to the States or go away and get your ass handed to you to get better.
Yeah.
So we were in the States most of the time, and would spend like months down there at a time, and then come back and race a little bit. But we were always in like Eastern states, New York, Pennsylvania, all those areas.
Yeah.
So,
when you were up there, did you race against anyone that's a pro nowadays or was a pro nowadays or anything like that?
Oh, everybody. I can't remember. Everybody that was race against there probably came up through, but I don't remember. We're all old now, so I don't remember who is still racing or who's around.
Yeah.
Not that
No,
old.
that's freaking cool though. Well, you used to hang out the tracks back in the day, didn't you?
No.
I thought he did.
He was a quad god. He didn't have dirt bikes.
Oh, see, I knew he was a quad guy, but I thought he would pull up and like just hang out. He was always out there.
So it's one time I was there.
Yeah, he came for we had like a blues fest thing at the track,
Yeah.
a party that my father put on. And Dave showed up on a 4-wheeler, just wasted. And my dad didn't let him leave. Took his keys from him. And he stayed the night in my dad's cabin / camp thing, and like
Became family that night.
Oh man, he gave me
Overnight became a cousin.
a glass of Screech, and I'll never remember that. I'll just never forget that. It was disgusting. But
yeah, it's a new he had left a bottle of Screech. So that's right.
Yeah. No, it's unreal. Speaking of that, actually, I was thinking the other day we were building this camp. Is the Possum Lodge still standing out there?
Yeah, it's still
camp?
good actually.
Yeah.
No one used it, but there's possible. So that actually happened down at the track. So I don't know how many acres the track was, probably a couple hundred or something. Then my father ended up buying like another 100, and that camp came on it.
Oh, okay,
So
cool.
then they just named it Possum Lodge and redid it, but it's still standing. It's still like in fairly good shape.
I thought a tree went through
unreal.
that.
Yeah, and just no one uses it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, it's sweet. I love the name of that place.
Yeah.
Unreal. Yeah.
Red Green Show, right?
Yeah. Sir, I guess back to racing though. What was the first big win you ever got that you were like, holy fuck, I can do this. Like, this is game on.
Probably just Atlantic Region Pro race.
Yeah.
At those, when you're that young, you don't really think about like long term of that, right? You're just in the moment for everything, right? And you don't even know what's going on. You're just.
I was interviewing a couple people now. I know a lot of them are like that. Where if you look, if I knew about your, not saying I know, but if you look back, somebody'd be like, "Oh, that was the race that he took off." But it's funny, you never noticed that. Or anything.
You know what? There might be one. So I was away in the States for a month, racing. I raced 4 races every weekend. Every fucking race was a mud race that was there. I came back and we came to a track. This was in 98 or 99. I can't forget what it was. We came back. My parents couldn't go to the race for some reason, so they sent my good friend Scott Frazier, who works at Hubcraft here, to drive the motor home and be my mechanic and take me to this race. And we down in Metagan, out of all places.
Where's Metagan?
Like down by Digby or Yarmouth.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
it's a super weird track, but kind of cool. Anyway, it was a mud race, and I'd always like won here and there and did good. But then when I came back from the States on that race, I fucking decimated everybody
Yeah.
And that was like for me, that was
the
like
game.
the time that was the game changer.
Yeah.
I came back from the States, had just elevated my game, not knowing it, right?
Yeah,
You don't really know until I came back. I was like, holy shit! And it was kind of a muddier race to start the morning, and I just smoked everybody, like all their top guys, and that was the time where I was like, okay, she's on now.
Yeah, game on, we do this. Yeah. And I guess when did you first start getting like paid? Getting a couple paychecks?
Oh,
or
that
like,
was when you turn pro, you get paid. I get paid then.
or I guess
When you're 14, or when you're pro, like you get like I forget Atlantic region races. Like if you go and win all the motos, you make $500 or $600. But for a 14-year-old, that's big money.
Oh, friggin' right. Yeah.
I remember having $800 in my wallet, and from some races, I'm like, what can I buy? Like I need to fucking spend this money right now. On something. I'm gonna buy a BMX bike or a skateboard. I'm buying something.
Yeah. You're friggin' right. So I guess what would have been your like first paycheck from a sponsor that would have been like not really? I guess it's all to do with racing, but you just would have been like collecting a bit of money. Just riding for a team or something like that.
Oh, that wasn't until like my Blackfoot days, really. So
okay, that's what I thought.
2005 or 2004 when they actually got on a real factory team.
Okay,
you paid salary at that point.
Yeah. What was it like riding for them?
That was good. That was, I mean, looking back now, if you had known then what you know now type thing, like I would have focused a lot more because that was a legit team and they had big budget.
Yeah.
And anything you needed, you could have. And you're just so caught up in the moment of fucking being a badass and being a dirt biker, being a pro and being a cool guy that you can't really enjoy what you have at the moment.
You smell the roses kind of thing.
Baby.
Yeah.
But that ride was really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Was that, because I just remember you saying your career too, you had a spot where you were like, you kind of fell off a little bit, and then you came home, worked at the bakery, and you're like, "Fuck this! I'm fucking putting my head down. I'm getting back." Was that before the Blackfoot?
No,
or
yeah,
after?
that was when I was 19. So that's exactly what we talked about. Like I didn't really drink or party much, but I kind of did for a second there, and like kind of chased around girls, and we were going to parties all the time, and like just didn't really. It was at that time too where like kid energy didn't get you through the race. You need to start training.
Oh yeah.
And I
working out. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like lifting weights and shit for looks, and didn't really know like I was looking like. I wasn't training to be an athlete. I was training for girls to like me more than anything. And then it backfired on me hard. Basically lost, like didn't really have any sponsors. And it was like probably a year. I rode and raced it all. Never stopped, obviously. Just didn't really have any like good teams to pick me up. And then went to work at the bakery. I worked there for a couple of years. Or was a year, maybe just a year. And, getting up at 6 a.m. and kind of making your cinnamon, doing the whole thing. But I was like... At that point, I was like training hard and I was like riding hard. And I was doing my motos and then went into the nationals and led some 450 motos. Got a third at Walton at the end of the year. Like kind of turned some eyebrows. I actually got offered the ride on the podium at Walton for Blackfoot.
Oh
so
shit!
I didn't want to work at. Like,
I don't think I knew. That's fucking crazy. Yeah.
It's pretty cool,
That'd be like the coolest. You're sitting on the podium, guys would come up and offer you that. That'd be
that was the top team
sick.
ever in Canada too, right?
Yeah.
So that was really neat. But I knew like obviously love the bakery, love everything about it, but like. At that age, at that time, I was like, I don't want to fucking work here. I don't want to wake up at 6 a.m. I don't want to do this. I just want to like ride dirt bikes. And so anyway, that was
especially where you had a little taste of it. That was like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's just super cool. I love that story. Yeah.
I love the bakery.
I love the bakery. We love the
bakery. Yeah, me included. Do you remember the first time you would have heard like Mitch's name or like seen him ride or anything like that?
I'd say probably like 18 or so, and then I just like my brother told me about him and stuff, and I was just like, wow, this guy is so cool. I can't wait to meet this guy. And
well, it's such a different time then, though.
Yeah,
like based off of like newspaper articles.
Yeah, I suppose no social media. Yeah, not even thinking.
Magazine articles. You had to like search out results.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this Instagram hype that
I'm not even thinking. I'm going to Newfoundland this week. And I was looking at just on Marble Mountain, going through all the people, just hitting Instagram names, seeing if they're any good, if they're competing or not, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't even think you could. Yeah. It's so easy to do that nowadays. You can't fucking
now
do
you
that.
had to search it out, or you had to like been to a race. Like it was way different.
Just like little kid, like a little schoolgirl. Like first time I met him, I was like, oh my god, I'm actually meeting Mitch Cooke right now. This is fucking cool. Excuse my language, but seriously, it was so cool.
Yeah.
If you only knew, Dave.
And now he's my brother.
I guess back to the Blackfoot thing though too. Were those guys the ones sending you like the boxes too?
Like from the DC stuff?
Yeah.
No, DC was a direct sponsor that I had.
Oh, I didn't know if I didn't know if they were through them. That's awesome.
No, I lucked out on that. We were in me and Dusty. We were down in. Actually, there's a Triple Crown calling me right now. Kyle Thompson.
Oh.
If you see it, Kyle, I'll call you back.
Mid show.
DC. Forget what it was. Somehow it was Sean Hayes was his name. He was the new DC team manager for Canada.
Yeah.
He actually called looking to talk to Dusty.
Oh, Dusty
was
Klatt?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dusty's my team.
yeah.
He was the top dog, but Dusty was already sponsored by Time Bomb.
Oh,
So
cool.
He was Etnies.
Etnies, yeah.
So they were hooking him with Etnies, and I was just like, hey, I think Dusty actually said, hey, there's Mitch here too.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, we'll put me on with Mitch. And then me and Sean Hayes became like kind of pretty good friends throughout this thing because I skateboard it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
I always
Exactly.
skateboard, so,
Yeah.
like, and he was a skater, and then he hooked me up hard because of like our connection with the skate scene and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they would send a lot of stuff. That was a really sweet deal.
Yeah,
actually.
that's freaking
That was for
awesome.
a couple of years. They did that, and then that was that was probably 5 years actually. I was riding for DC.
That's awesome. Yeah. Was there many other people like skating at the time, or is that like?
Yeah, they had what was that skate movie? Like, was it Party or I forget what it was called. I don't even know. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. No, cool.
They had the Senzos and stuff on their team at that time in the Canadian team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Should have seen his basement back in the day with all
No,
the
it
shoes.
was my living room. I had
Or-
stacks like as tall
It was
as you
crazy.
sneakers.
Holy shit.
They would always send the Ryan Smith Pro model.
Yeah, I love Ryan
and
Smith.
the
He was
Lynx.
awesome.
And
Yeah,
the
Lynx is awesome.
they'd
Yeah.
send those two shoes all the time. That's what I always had. But,
Oh, Ryan Smith was awesome.
but even like Sean let me do all my Christmas shopping one year for my family.
I remember you telling me that. That's
So
awesome.
it didn't cost me anything, which is
Fucking right. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Deck the family out in DC.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me you had to pay for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Friggin' right. Do it smooth.
Yeah.
Or I guess where's the when you were doing that? Where's the craziest place you ever traveled to? Like when you were on Blackfoot, you guys would have been going all over the place.
So it's different actually. When you're on Blackfoot and like say when I was riding for Rockstar Suzuki, you're just kind of contracted to do your national series and train in the winter. Like you don't really get to travel too much. But when I was riding for teams, that's when you take advantage of like these opportunities to go travel places.
Yeah.
So like India would be the craziest place ever.
Yeah.
Like there's obviously India and Africa. There's all kinds of places, but India was the craziest place.
So when you're going to, you just that wasn't like part of your contract. You just went over there to.
No, so I was in Dubai. Actually, I was in Dubai racing.
Yeah.
I was training in the winter in Dubai, and then my mechanic that was in Dubai is East Indian.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, boss, do you want to go race in India? I'm like, yeah, fuck, let's go. Sounds good. And they packaged my bike up in a Tupperware containers, and me and him flew over, and I raced over there.
That's unreal. Tough work containers.
So funny story with that. So Aldrin, he knows the system of how to travel through India, and I don't. So. And I learned a lot of this when I was going. So we get through customs. We get to customs in India, and I don't even think about customs. And I really go, fuck, you got to claim that bike. You got to like tell them that you're bringing that stuff in.
Yeah.
I watch Aldrin grease a customs officer with some cash, and him say, "Yep, carry on."
Holy shit.
And then, and then I watched him grease another cop. Aldrin built the bike at the hotel and then drove it through the city to the track.
Yeah.
I practiced the day before, kind of got things out, and then I was in a car coming back to the hotel. Aldrin was on the bike, no helmet on, pit shirt just flaring, we just stand up, driving to the city, driving to the city. He gets stopped by the cops. And I watched him grease a cop there for like $10. See you later. Just told him keep on going. And he said that's how they make their money.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Grease, just bribes.
So that's must be when they pull you there. That's what they're looking for, just to get some money from
they
it.
make more money by bribes than they do from their salary.
Yeah, that's crazy. Imagine that was around here.
Yeah, awesome.
Fucking wild. Yeah. Or because no, it wasn't in India. It was Dubai. Was the golf course, right?
Yeah,
that golf course. And how did that edit come up? And like how was that your idea to like when you were just over there training for the winter? You were just like, fuck it, let's film this.
That's a whole other story on that one. So I was in Dubai for 3 winters. I was actually riding for Rockstar Suzuki at the time, and I was just training over there. It was nice because I had a contract with Rockstar Suzuki for Canadian Nationals, but I also had a contract with Suzuki Dubai to race over there for 6 months in the winter.
Oh, cool.
So it was really awesome that way, and it's good financially. And I had a clothing sponsor over that was in Dubai. It was called MT Clothing. And she was just kind of on the come up or whatever, and she paid to have some filmers come out and film, and then I took the footage home, and Dane Henderson did an edit.
Oh, that's right. Fuck, yeah. I fucking knew. I knew somebody edited it. That's cool. Yeah. It's awesome.
The golf course was just a circumstantial thing where there was a kid named Ollie Evlay, a friend of mine over there. He had ridden it. He said, "Hey, there's this golf course. I've been going to motoing it like all the time, and they don't care if you ride." I'm like, bullshit.
Yeah.
So we go there. They're still watering it, cutting the grass, doing everything, and the groundskeeper's like, watching me hit these jumps. They don't give it. They didn't care.
So you didn't need permission or anything?
Nothing.
What
it was right
the
next
fuck?
to the world's richest horse race track. Like there's a scene in the video, like I'm hitting these jumps and the truck's going alongside him, and they're riding along the horse race.
Yeah, yeah.
following me along. Pretty crazy. Yeah.
I figured it was like the golf course agreed to a shoot.
No,
like
we just rolled in the backside. It was kind of the golf course wasn't running anymore.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But they were still maintaining it. And we just rolled
That's
in,
crazy.
unloaded, and fucking rode there all day.
Fuck it, like the bumps. It looked like it was perfect for
awesome.
for motocross.
It was
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that was freaking sweet. I can't believe Dane edited
edited it, yeah.
Yeah, that's
There was
freaking awesome.
that was just part of the other part was like the dunes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But yeah.
And like throughout all the years, like who would you say the best sponsor was you ever had that like maybe money, personal like relationships, just all around.
Right, honestly, I would say right now with Alex.
Alex, yeah. Or, Alex seems awesome, actually, yeah.
Good Mountain Sports. It's the most fun.
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
He's the most fun because like when you get older, like the sponsorship now is like, okay, there's no commitment to anything. I'm just gonna we're just gonna promote your product, right? I understand business a bit more now, so like I'm just gonna help promote your product. We don't really have a commitment to any races, but if we do, it's just a bonus. And he's just really fun. He's made like I was always gonna ride and have fun, but he's made it like really fun now to ride and like promote. See the growth of his thing, see the growth of Callus, see all that stuff. He's probably the best one, not gonna lie.
Yeah, the stuff he's doing is great, man.
Yeah,
It looks
so
awesome.
young and like motivated just to do anything. Have an idea, it's like, yep.
Yeah,
What about
freaking
this?
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, fucking awesome.
Yeah, well then, like, or I guess with him was just jump. Because then the snow bike thing came up with Alex as well. Two years ago now, or three.
Was, 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
It was
Okay, yeah.
2020. No, 2 years ago, something like that. Yeah, that was a really crazy thing.
Yeah, because you got to go to the X Games for no one. Maybe we could dive into that a little bit. Maybe. Yeah.
Okay, so that one was Alex didn't have a bike line yet, and he just wanted to get into some racing of some sort. I did a hill climb for Alex, like a drag race hill climb in Poli or something like that, and did
that's right.
And did okay, and we built a relationship off of that. And then he's like, "Yeah, you want to race like snow bikes or do X Games?" I'm like, "Fuck, okay, sure." So. He took my Cali 450, what it was, and put a snow bike kit on, and we went up to Restigouche, wherever it's in Hamilton, and kind of practiced a bit. Practiced 1 day, 1.5 days, went to Minnesota to try and qualify for X Games. The whole thing was a fucking eye-opener because I sucked.
That's right. I completely forgot about that part. You fucking hated it, too, didn't you?
Well, I really had some arrogance about it because, like, oh, you know what? I think I have good bike skill. I can figure this out quickly. Fuck. No, I could not figure that out. I couldn't figure it out in a weekend anyway at Minnesota. I hadn't jumped off a bike ever in my life, really, and I jumped off the bike 8 times in one weekend because I just pitch it away. Fuck this. So anyway, we did the thing. I didn't qualify. I did make some progress on riding. I didn't qualify for X Games.
Yeah.
I made some progress, so on and so forth. So anyway, the promoter of X Games ended up giving me an invite anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm going to go there and be last, but I'm just going to do this anyway. Because it's
fucking
awesome.
right.
So then end up going to X Games, and then did X Games, wicked experience, I mean, hardly even rode because you only do your practice, your qualifier, last chance. Right? So not a big deal. And Alex didn't give a shit either. We were just there.
Yeah. Well, you said like the tent, the athlete tent and everything was just an experience itself,
so cool.
wasn't it?
And honestly, my favorite part was watching the snowboarding and skiing.
Yeah, that would have been fucking awesome, man. Yeah.
And so that whole thing was amazing and never would regret that. And then when we left that, we ended up starting to do the Canadian Nationals of snowbiking. But Canadian Nationals for snowbiking is like, you're 6 or 7 or 8 guys riding these, and it's just the same guys every weekend.
Yeah.
And it's just, you have one guy that just fucking laps us all, and the rest of us is kind of battling around for second, third place.
Yeah.
But it did start getting more fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just watching along. You went from like wasn't yours. I remember you came back from Minnesota. You're like fuck that, and then it was what you definitely had some.
Yeah,
fun.
like the progress started, especially the last round in Timmins was like finally like starting like okay, this is kind of getting pretty fun.
Yeah,
and then the COVID hit that.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, it would have been
Monday,
death. Yeah, that's right.
Well, Alex, not funny story, crappy story. We were in the hotel, kind of fired up on the weekend. Like it was over, did good, got second, won a moto. Actually, Yannick fell.
Yeah.
And Alex gets a phone call, says his storage building's burned to the ground.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that too. Yes, that was fucking crazy. Yeah.
So all these sleds and side by sides and race gas cans blowing up, and that was the crazy most stress I've ever seen him. Like he was like, people will go fucking insurance scam.
Yeah.
No, it fucking was not an insurance scam. He was just on his phone quickly. It was like in an hour, and he was gone to the airport flying home.
Yeah.
And then I flew the next day. Anyway,
fuck, that's crazy. Yeah.
That was when COVID hit, and the last few rounds got canceled, and away we went.
Yeah. And what would you say is the biggest difference from racing snow bike to just like a regular moto? Like, what's the hardest?
Is a snow bike has a mind of its own. The front ski, like if it just like
it's true.
Yeah, it just catches and takes you where it wants to go. So you got to be really loose on a snow bike. On a dirt bike, I pride myself that I'm in control, can move the bike around, can do this and do that. And on a snow bike, you got to be loose and just let it go. and I couldn't handle that. And I like to be over the front a little bit more on the jumps.
Yeah.
So I'd lean forward on the jumps to like kind of let it come into me, and the thing would just dart one way. I'm like,
Oh, shit.
my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, he's frustrating as fuck, especially with as much skill you got on a dirt bike and as good you are to do that. That would drive me fucking wild.
And
man.
it was like I was like, that was some serious depression on that one. Just like, what a humbling experience.
Oh yeah.
So that was So that it never really. I learned how to jump it a bit better, but everything I learned in 30 years of riding a dirt bike of how to ride it was just thrown out the window on the snow bike.
Yeah. Do you think you will snow bike again or race snow bike again? Or
I don't think so. I would. I tell you what, it's fun is in the powder. I would ride it. I will go ride a snow bike in the mountains or
like
the powder
go west and
at any time. But
that'd be cool to see an edit. Actually, it'd be awesome. Go out and get a cool snow bike edit.
It's pretty melodramatic though. You watch these guys kind of carve and how awesome it feels, like dragging.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Anybody can do that too, and it doesn't look as cool as it feels.
Yeah. I would say the scene must be getting a little bigger out west. See, like I feel like I see more bikes on Instagram just on the thing and shit like that.
Because anybody gets on a bike, if they ever want to drag, I said that to somebody, if you ever want to learn to drag your handlebars, just get a snow bike, go on the powder. If you never do it in the dirt, you'll do it on the powder.
Yeah. Cool. Let's what we talk about motocross. Let's hop into some business. Oh. So like when did you like when did you realize like fucking, you know what, racing's done, I got to do something?
So I started while I was racing in my prime is when I wanted to start business. I wanted something on the side.
Yep.
And it wasn't like I need something for when I retire from racing, because you're not retiring with money from racing, by the way, not in Canada anyway.
Yeah.
And I walked downtown with my mom one time looking at spaces. I wanted to do a skate and a tattoo shop.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do, because at that time I was kind of into getting tattoos. I always loved skateboarding.
Yeah.
I suck. We all know that, like most people do with skateboard, but I always loved it.
Me too.
Tattooing too.
Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that.
What do you say?
I suck at tattooing. What
tattoo do you go from?
It's supposed to be a globe with a longboard blasting out of it, but it looks like an Oreo cookie.
It looks like a chocolate chip cookie, really.
I'll have to show it to you.
Yeah. Friggin' right. Yeah.
I'll
get you to send me a picture of it.
Yeah, I'll have to. We walked downtown, found fun. The original, what we were trying to do, what I was trying to do was start a skate shop, and I was trying to get Kurt Silver.
Oh, okay,
Kurt Silver to be the tattoo. So I talked to him about it, but he was in the middle of actually starting his own shop at the time too. So found the space and I even reached out to was it Steve Smith, his Fistful of Pies? These guys were getting product. And
shout out Steve.
Yeah. I went through the kind of avenues of doing it while I was racing, like every weekend or full time. And racing was so busy that it filtered away to wherever.
Yeah.
So, and then 2009 was I was a privateer that year. And that was when I was like, you know what? Holy shit! Like the risk and the reward is not worth it anymore.
Just so people know, what difference between a privateer, racing privateer, and like race when you're with?
You're not getting paid salary basically. You don't get the support.
Yeah, you got to do it on your own, correct?
Pretty
basically,
much. You go get like I had Randy McLeod from Freedom German Motorsports. Now he helped me out with my gas. I got all my free bikes and all the gear and all that stuff is whatever. But the actual money to get you the races is not as much as before.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, so then I'm going to these nationals and making $600-700 a weekend, and it's just like, holy shit, I'm really dogging it out here for nothing. Didn't have the fire to like risk it anymore on the track, and it's like, holy. So anyway, when that year was over, there was that skate shop called Zero Gravity. We all know the story of this.
Yeah.
And I went in there and said, hey boys, you guys, like, I kind of, no shade on them, but I knew they weren't doing great.
Yeah.
You guys want to sell this? And they said, yeah, okay. And then worked the deal, and we ended up buying their assets, not the name, not the asset, just some of the stock they had left, and then turned in and started HF from that.
Yeah.
That's where it started. And then it kept going. HF started. It wasn't very far after that. Iron Mike, who was the guy that tattooed me. Like Mike, he was gonna leave his tattoo shop for the 35th time.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember helping move that.
Yeah. So I was like, we could probably bust down the wall here and start a tattoo shop in here as well. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. So we put the tattoo shop in like 6 months later, a year later, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was skate and tattoo.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Yeah.
When you used to be at the track way before HAF, that was like a clothing brand. You had started it, right? And we're selling it at the track.
So when Trailer Park Boys came out, it was like 2002. Between me and my dad, we just thought that it was the coolest show ever. And we thought J-Rock's character was funny as shit.
Yeah.
And J-Rock and the Rock Pile being hard as fuck was really funny. Like, it's just like a funny thing.
Oh, yeah.
It is always just like, oh, yeah, hard as fuck.
Yeah.
And started a clothing company called HAF.
So that's where it comes from.
That's it. So J-Rock and the Rock Pile is where it comes from. So it's like a local thing, kind of funny. And
and it turned out awesome because Jonathan Torrance, everybody knows who follows the shop, has done a commercials, all kinds of stuff.
Supports the brand. Always supports the brand. Is always like just down for the cause. So and it's not like people always got it mistaken that like. We don't think we're hard as fuck. It's a joke.
Yeah, 100%.
Sure. And it's just so much story to it. How funny it kind of.
Well, I think what you explained too, like the whole J-Rock thing. It's like, how can you not think it's a joke? Like J-Rock, them, they're a joke. They're hard as fuck. Like, it's the whole point of it.
So I did clothing. Like me and Dane Henderson and Kyle helped with designs and stuff like that. We did some different designs, different clothing, and some windbreakers, some t-shirts. That was kind of fun. Like that's what I was racing too. So actually. When I was riding for Blackfoot, I had a HF sticker on the back of my helmet. One of the big guys was there from Japan. Yeah. And he asked the team owner, "What does HF mean?" And the team owner said, "Hondas are fast." I was like, "Oh, cool." Yeah. So that was pretty neat too.
Fucking right. Yeah.
Happy and free.
But Hondas are fast, and we were riding Hondas, so it worked out.
Yeah. And then Kyle was your first employee, was he not?
So Kyle was the 09. Kyle was the first employee. He was like your part-time or whatever. We were all pretty young. And he would text me like, "Hey, sold a watch today." I'm like, "Oh, it's on, man." Yeah. So, he was the first employee, first sponsor guy.
Yeah. And he did the block logo, was Kyle?
And Kyle was the first logo too. Yeah, he did it up. He brought in a whole bunch of logos that he had done up, and that's the one we all agreed on was something big and loud and kind of basic, you know what I mean? Kyle was the man.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Anybody watch the show? Kyle's painting, and then the start of the show when the thing comes in, it's Kyle singing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's Kyle's music. Yeah.
This guy
good friend of the show.
As legit as they come.
Yeah. Kyle's awesome.
Yeah.
But I guess, and then just to hop into HF. When did you get like Lance and them and
so
because you would have started at the Hallidays building, right? Yeah. And then how long before you moved to Crossroad there? Where
we started in the Hallidays building and made it, like expanded into Iron Mike. Iron Mike brought in Lacey. Remember Lacey Cormier?
It was Lacey.
Yeah, Lacey. And then
Lacey.
It was, and then I just seen Lance at the skate park one day. He was tagging something. We kind of talked a little bit, and he was wanting to be a tattoo artist or something. And I don't know if I mentioned to come over to the shop or what it was, but wherever that transpired, I don't know. I mentioned to Iron Mike. Oh, no, he's a fucking flake.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to give him a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
And he ended up coming, and then he apprenticed under Mike for a bit. I don't know if Lance will say that he apprenticed or not, but I would say he did a little bit. Like Mike is a good tattoo artist. Definitely taught Lance some stuff. And then Lance was in there. That's where Lance got his start at.
Yeah.
And Lance did the whole thing. Waited, I don't know how long it was, 6 months of just like doing friends tattoos and this and that, and then started tattooing the public. And so we were all in the Hallidays building for a while, and then we had Kate Connors, I think, was in there as well. Our tattoo artists come and go. Right? But Lance was the one that he came in 2010 or 2011, and he's still around to this day. So
he's made a name for himself around here tattooing. That's for sure. Yeah.
So don't let people write you off and say you're a flake, right? Like, he just kind of shrugged it off and kept going.
Yeah, exactly.
Great artist.
Can we tell the Iron Mike story when he left?
Oh yeah, that was kind of crazy too. So this is just I think like no shade on Iron Mike, but everybody kind of knows Iron Mike. So that was Lance had actually told me, he's like, "Hey man, I think Mike's gonna leave." And I'm like, "Okay, what makes you think that?" Well, I seen there was like a printout or something on the table of like stuff you need to start a tattoo shop and like where he was going. So he had already planned. He was starting a tattoo shop in BC, I think, with somebody else. To get out of here. And it was going to make a run for it in the middle of the night with all his stuff. I changed locks on the door.
That's unreal.
And then he texted me, "Hey man, did you change the locks on the door?" I said, "Yeah, I did, because I heard this." And I went in. He said, "Yeah, this is what I'm doing." And I basically just sat there while he took his stuff out to make sure he wasn't taking it and it wasn't his more than anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And he made his exit to BC and never seen him again.
Never seen him again.
That Harley too. Remember that thing?
Yeah, he was building a Harley. It's just the Iron Mike saga.
Oh yeah, no, it's awesome. I actually went right by it. When did you meet Dave? When did Dave first come in the shop?
Well, right off the bat.
Yeah. Oh, it was like once he opened, he was around.
Oh hell yeah, right off the bat.
Do you remember like the first couple of days this cloud came in?
I feel like I do.
It's good.
I feel like
keep it that way.
Yeah, well, I feel like this all blends together somehow because what he does is probably come in every single day and just sit around and talk about shit that he's never really done, but he did. And
he'll tell you.
He probably told me about his pro moto days.
It was like 85, yeah.
Guaranteed.
It was my 85.
You didn't race pro moto.
No, I
Dave.
never raced pro moto. Yeah.
But he
Oh,
would
it's
tell
fucking
you that he
amazing.
can. He probably told me that he can't fight outside the dojo. It was too tough, or whatever the fucking dojo is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, whatever he tells girls he's talking to.
Oh, God.
But he finds his way, as we know, and
Oh, yeah.
himself in, and then he's in.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I ain't going nowhere.
When did he start doing the boards? Like, did you ask him or did he?
No, I think you started.
Yeah,
that
I started doing
I think
that, yeah.
I can wax snowboards. You want me to do? And I think maybe did one or two. And like, okay, you're pretty good at this. Did we start at Hallidays? Or
Yeah, we started at Hallidays in that tiny little room upstairs.
That's right. There was
Yeah.
Cool,
There
yeah.
was an upper level where we had storage and we made a little waxing spot.
Yeah.
It
Dave,
was
we overlooked
tiny.
the shop though. It was tiny.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand up straight in at all either. I was like hunched over. It was so tiny in there. So
Yeah, you should start there and carried on right to here.
yeah. It was the messiest floor ever too.
Oh, that's
It was
awesome.
carpet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was carpet. Yeah.
Or here, just okay. Well, let's here. I got something to play for you actually in this one.
Oh boy.
Switch up gear here. It's a guest question sent in from Adam Turner.
Oh Jesus.
It was the summer of 2009, and you had a chance to redo a drive to Kamloops on the Duffy. When did they do that drive?
Shit.
Thanks, Adam, for the video. Big shout out, Adam. Supports the show all the
he's
time.
so
Thank you very
funny.
much.
That's funny. Okay.
It's got the
Here's
Callus.
story of that. So Adam's my lifelong friend. We all
Yeah.
know that. And he's been my mechanic a few times. So he was my mechanic in 09, actually, Adam was. So we were in Kamloops, BC for the first round. The next round was Calgary, but my stupid-ass sister, Heidi, said, we gotta go to Whistler to mountain bike. I said, well, it's like 4 hours the wrong way, Heidi, or 3 hours the wrong way. Oh, it's worth it. So I have a motorhome, a 32-foot motorhome with a 20-foot trailer in the back. Just load it right down to because I have like my 2 practice bikes, my race bike, fucking gear, and we have everything, water. Anyway, so the Duffy Trail, I didn't know this at the time, was like the most known trail for just smoking transmissions and brakes off the motorhome.
Yeah.
Because there's just 13% grade up and then down and up and down. You could go the highway right to Whistler. That was super easy, but we had to do the Duffy Trail, Heidi said.
Yeah.
We stopped 3 or 4 times on the way there because the transmission overheated.
Holy fuck.
And then I'm going downhill. I didn't know this at the time, or I should have used engine braking on the way down, and I didn't do that. I just used the fucking brakes.
Yeah.
And I'm looking back, like, oh shit, the brakes are smoking. They're smoking. We're on none of these things. And I pull over. I'm like, holy shit, we're on like this big, huge decline. And like these brakes they're glowing hot. They're smoked off this thing. So I actually took a bicycle out and biked to the bottom of the hill to see how far it was. So we got to the bottom, like how.
Yeah.
And bike back up. I was like, okay, they might be good by now. I put it in drive, put my foot on the brake, just right to the floor. Nothing. I was like, holy shit. Back to park.
Yeah.
And anyway, waited longer, had some brakes back up to the bottom. Took it to got my cousin Marty lives in Squamish. Got to Squamish and took the motorhome to a shop. So you could check the brakes just to make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
Brakes all around were fucked.
Yeah.
The whole fuck. So we're stuck there for a couple of days now. But we got to go mountain biking in Whistler.
Yeah.
So
That'd be sweet. Yeah.
Heidi says, oh, see, it was worth it, wasn't it? So, thank God.
Yeah, worth it all right. The van got fucked.
Yeah, the motorhome was fucked. Thank God. Like, I was just a broke-ass privateer motocross.
Yeah.
Thank God my mom was like, oh, yeah, well, I'll
help you out.
I'll help you out, get the brakes done for you. And so then, so me and Adam, Randy,
That's unreal.
Freedom, and Heidi, we went mountain biking in Worcester for the day. And it did kind of like heal the wound a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
It was
Yeah.
pretty sick. And
Fucking right.
that was Heidi. Heidi will never live that down because she's an idiot.
Yeah.
And anyway, so that was that. So, and then we'll go even further on this story. We did Calgary, did a Manitoba round, and then I was on my way home by myself, coming through Thunder Bay, and I have someone drive up beside me going like, whoa, stop.
Fuck, yeah.
The fucking motorhome is smoking again. I pull over on the side, and the transmission's just puking fluid.
Oh,
Smoking
man.
like crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, man, I'm by myself.
I would stress me out to it. That would have been insane. Yeah,
That
couldn't
sucked.
imagine. Especially in Thunder Bay.
Yeah,
Fuck.
and I'm actually on the way home. I had a weekend off, and I was having Mudfest for the first time.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I gotta get home. So I got it towed to a transmission shop, and I actually just left it there and flew home.
Yeah.
And put Mudfest on that Monday. Flew back up when the transmission was fixed in the.
Oh, that's
motorhome.
unreal. Yeah.
Drove it back home and literally parked the motorhome like that was fucking dying. Got in my, I have a van. I always had vans.
Yeah.
Got in my van, drove back to Ontario for the next national and go for dunes.
Holy fuck. You just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so fuck you, Adam. That was fun.
Yeah.
That wasn't your fault, Adam. Sorry. Fuck you, Heidi.
Thanks, Heidi.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What, or I guess might as well touch Mudfest. Like, how many years did you do Mudfest?
We were on 2009. We were on like
It's a while.
it was like a 10-year stretch of that. No, because it started in like 08 or 09. No, it was on like a 10-year stretch. Then COVID shut it down.
Yeah.
That was so
craziest
fun, too.
event ever.
Yeah, I was going to say everybody in Nova Scotia knows about that one. Yeah.
That's like the most relative event you can, like, for Nova Scotia culture. It's the most relative event you could possibly. Everybody has driven a truck or been in the mud or likes to drink.
Exactly. Yeah. Just like to watch it and drink. Yeah.
That's it. Or likes to watch it and drink.
Yeah.
It's just pure action nonstop. And everybody around here, like, in general, is so scared of, like, well, what if someone gets hurt? And what if someone... There's got to be rules. There's got to be that. I said, no, there doesn't going to be anything.
Yeah.
Fucking let them go, like, blow some steam off.
Fucking right, man.
That's what Mudfest was. Yeah.
And if you're going to get hurt, it's on you.
Yeah, it is. You get insurance stuff, and away they go, right?
Who was that drove through Dave Clark's camper?
Oh, so yeah, Dave Clark tried to drive his
truck.
His half-ton street truck.
Shoto Dave. Yeah.
The camper that he hauled there and slept in.
Yeah.
He tried to drive it with hooked to his truck to the bog. Ended up getting it sideways at the end of it. Yeah. And they were in the middle of trying to unhook it, and like a big mud truck came right to the bog and drove right to the middle of it.
Holy shit.
Plowed, people scattered out of the way, plowed right to the middle. This is like a monster truck. Plowed right over the fucking thing.
Thank God there's no one in it.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought there was someone in like the kitchen.
I have a picture of like the thing crushed. This is
okay, that's what it is. Yes.
Sitting there by itself. Anyway, crushed it.
That's fucking nuts. Yeah.
That was wild.
Yeah. Would that be probably the wildest thing that ever happened there, you think? I mean, there's all kinds of wild stuff.
It's endless. Really, like the beater car jumps were wild too. Like the boys all bringing in $100 beater cars. I had a jump lined up, and then
that would have been sick.
Who could jump the furthest?
Yeah.
That was wicked. If all these guys wouldn't have burnt the cars afterwards.
That's right. I remember you guys saying yes.
Everywhere.
I was fine with it, but everybody late at night were just like, oh, let's light that car on fire. Like once somebody lit one on fire right in the woods too, dry season.
Oh,
Jesus
Christ!
You're just ruining this for everybody, just so you know. Like,
exactly.
We can't have that.
Yeah. We're trying to have fun, not burn the woods down for fuck's sake.
Exactly.
Yeah. You used to go to Mudfest, didn't you?
Yeah, I put my wheeler in it. And it was fun. It was like it was one year that Mitch actually allowed 4-wheelers to go in it, and guy like dirt bike and
that wasn't Mudfest though. That was like an event we did.
Okay.
Drag race.
No, but it was like
it was one of the original mud bogs because Mark Shelley swamped his YZ2DF in there and took a big
that's
drink of
right.
water.
Yes,
Mark Shelley. I didn't know
that was
Mark
Shelley.
Yeah.
Does he remember me? I was the guy that swamped me and Mark are friends now.
Yeah.
I was the guy that had the dirt bike and crash it in your mud bog. That was you. No way.
What a legend.
I had a Brew Force and I ruined my. What were they? ITP wheels. They were billet aluminum wheels and just destroyed the wheels.
Yeah.
Just took the wheels right off the rims. So they were just sitting there. And now
that's not a Dave Clark story because he had his 4-wheeler there one time too, and it got picked out of the mud bogs. It wouldn't ride anymore by an excavator. It was the only way it could get out.
Holy shit!
4-wheeler, every rim, every tire blown right off this 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
Picked it out. Set it out. That's the only way.
That's crazy.
That was Dave Clark. Keep him off the booze, Dave.
Yeah. Not me, but Dave Clark. Yes.
Yeah, freaking right.
There's a couple other ones that are the
awesome.
same way. The dirt there is so gravelly and like crappy.
It
just destroys.
It just destroys everything.
Just fucks. Yeah.
That was a painful day.
I figured you were a Mudfest.
That was a painful day.
Before he crashed Bruce's bike and won't leave.
That's right.
Because it got really good after he wouldn't come to Brookfield anymore.
Yeah, he hasn't left town in a minute.
No, I haven't.
Or let's just get Callus going.
Callus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just starting Callus.
Yeah, when did Callus start?
2016. So that was when we had HAF, we had Jamali's, I had like a little auto detailing shop, and as you know what, I have all this businesses. I don't even do anything with dirt bikes. I have all these like sourcing tools where I can get product. And I know how to find, like as you do now, like I know how to find this stuff. So Tyler, let's do a glove company. It's kind of like, you can wear gloves with any type of gear. It doesn't matter. And I mean, normally like dirt bikers want like the Fox kit head to toe or the FXR kit head to toe, but you could do gloves with whatever set of gear. So we started gloves in 2016, and then just kind of like slowly, it was just a passion project as we know, and just kind of like ramped into like we did like 80 sets of gear one year, and then the next year did more sets and just started to redefine, like not redefine, but like get the quality better and the fitment better. And then we found good old Magit, the best
legend.
guy who you deal with now as well, that will produce our gear.
Yeah.
And built a relationship with him so that we could do, we could basically create what we wanted. We didn't have to go off of what they sold. We get to do whatever we want. We want this material here. We want this measurement here. We want this, and they started doing that, and then it just started to kind of just build on this just organically. No, we wouldn't take a loan. We didn't really care if we had sales. We just want to do this fun. It just starts to take off. It just started to take off. So.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's well received in this town.
Yeah,
like very well received.
The town, there's one thing this town does is it does try and support that type of stuff.
Oh yeah,
especially when we get into the mountain bike side of it, like they're all for it. And I think that because of Tyler and myself and the people that we have wearing it, like it gives it some legitimacy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we want good stuff as well.
Yeah.
Right, and it needs to be good, and people.
Well, I think even people hearing you say that, like when you're customizing, you can eat, the size of the pockets, you guys know exactly. So when people hear that kind of thing too, it's right. These guys ride every fucking day. This is exactly what they want. Obviously, it's going to be good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? And then we have like Devin White, who, in my opinion, is probably the best mountain biker.
Oh, he's awesome. Yeah.
Right?
Me not knowing anything about mountain biking, he looks awesome on a mountain bike.
He wears the stuff and he gives the feedback, and like we just have a ton of feedback, including our own, that like we adjust something by a couple millimeters on the bottom or this or that.
Yeah.
Like obviously it's not going to fit everybody, and not everybody's going to like it, but for the most part, we start to kind of get all the areas covered.
Yeah.
And people say, "Oh, you know what? Give me some gear. I'll test it for you." I'm like, we're going to test it, don't we? We are testing this gear every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop and always trying to get it better too at all times.
Yeah. Well, even me just being out there, samples come in 24/7.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
It
just takes time. But yeah, no, it's really fun actually.
Remember, I'm the official Fat Bike sponsor.
He's a Fat Bike rider.
Mike Knowlton's our ambassador.
That's true.
Dave didn't even not even
Damn.
Well, Mike Knowlton did 9,000 kilometers.
Yeah, that's true.
Holy shit.
He's insane.
In Victoria Park.
Yeah.
So he's like my Victoria Park ambassador.
Yeah, that's awesome.
For all the big boys.
Yeah. I still love the clothing, man. It's the best clothing ever.
And is there any like any certain people you're like you and Tyler like targeting to get on the brand or anything, or like?
I always want I like style, right?
Yeah.
Like I want something actually this is for kids that are trying to get sponsored, and this goes for you because you deal with the same thing. Right?
Yeah.
Is like. You need to have a personality.
Exactly.
You need to have a character, right?
Yeah.
You can't just be like, can you give me something? Or people want the ambassador deal. They want like, hey, can I do an ambassador deal? Send me product and I'll review it and I'll put it on my social media. I just give us some results and give us some personality, and I would love to sponsor you.
Exactly. I say that even with the social media thing. Like there's some pros that are really good. I don't follow them. I don't like them at all because they'll just be like, clip from the weekend, and it's just them right when you could have another guy and it's maybe half a little bit of a vlog, he's talking, and then it goes to his footage or whatever, or he's just a fun guy. His personality shows through his riding or whatever kind of thing, right?
They're essentially salesmen, right? Like you're trying, like people understand when you're sponsoring somebody, like you as the sponsored rider, you're trying to sell their product.
Yeah, exactly.
So you need to talk to people and push them on it. Like you're a salesman, like you get it going. You know what I mean? So you can't just put your hand out and say, hey, I have 2,000 followers on Instagram. Can I have free stuff?
Yeah.
No, man.
You got to do something. It's got to work both ways.
Give me some results and some personality, and let's see some shit.
Win some races or something.
Yeah, win some races. But even if your personality and you look sick on the bike, that even trumps winning races. So
exactly.
Yeah, people need to learn that.
Yeah, friggin' right. Or I guess now you're dad.
My dad?
No, you're a dad.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're a dad.
We didn't talk about you getting HAF.
Oh, yeah. Well, you sold me HAF 2 years ago. Like,
exactly.
Pretty well today.
Having HAF.
Yeah.
And wanting to scale back, having a kid, doing all that stuff. And you being the perfect extra strategy for me that has the same mindset, has a good vision of it. So everybody, where's the camera? Right there.
Yeah,
they're everywhere. Man, you're seen.
I thought you would go there. I didn't get to go through all the years, I guess, of HAF.
Yeah. But, sorry. Yeah. I guess I just spoke you. Not. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Either way, it was a good time.
Awesome. You got any questions, Dave, or what?
That was a good show. It was good. It was fun.
Awesome.
Now I could talk all
day. That's the same. But now we got this thing going. I feel like I want it. Like with Callus and HAF, the other cool thing with the show I really want to get going is like if there's just some cool people in the building. Like say next time Adam Turner's up for the day, you're here, somebody else just sit down, shoot the shit, and like people love that kind of stuff.
This is how it goes. Like 4-hour vlog or like podcast.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Talking like crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah,
it's fun.
But yeah.
So everybody support HAF. It's a local
Friggin'
business.
right.
Support California.
Yeah.
Support your local businesses.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Support downtown Churro. Churro does a great job for everything they do, and it's a great
It's a
town.
cool place down here, so
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mitch, for doing this.
Thank you.
And thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you.
And enjoy. We'll be back.
It's not